Hi, welcome to Cornerstone Tarot. My name is Luigi, and I'm here to channel specific messages for the 8th life paths. And to you 8th life path and all the cross watchers of the valued 8 life paths, if you find these specific messages valuable, leave a like. Would appreciate your hopes, your dreams, your feedback over the comments. And if you continue to find value with this channel, please subscribe. Today, I will be doing a timeless, channeled set of messages for the 8th life path. So, I'll be starting up with the Weird Word Oracle by Lenormand. Whatever is the first card that we'll be picking from this cleanse and shuffle deck will be the theme of the channeled messages. Then will be followed by a Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck for the Celtic cross to elaborate what the theme is for you, 8th life path and cross watchers. So, if ever you receive this today, December 3rd, 2025 Philippine time, tomorrow, the week, month, year, decade after, then this is the time that you'll be receiving the message. It is expected to meet you at that time. So it's timeless. And so let's start 8th life path. Wow. Card number 28. The Man. 28 seems to be the number of building generational wealth. Something that is expanding. And I think you look like this man right now. Focused, determined, and the man is signifying an undefined, quick set of questions that you'd be having in your head. So, to you, 8th life path, I'm seeing butterflies and leaves on top of the hat that is going from green to blue. There is a metamorphosis that I think that comes with this, but 8th life path and cross watchers, if you have intentions related to this message, ask them through this card right now, because they're saying that the 8th life path and the cross watchers should inquire what this message will speak to them right now in this timeline. So I want you to ask over the comments about what do you think would be the questions that you need to ask yourself right now before we proceed to the Celtic cross. Okay? I want you to be intentional about what are the first set of things that come into your mind, to your heart, to your soul, 8th life path. Bring them to the table. Bring them to the table and inquire about them. Because the man here signifies a quick, undefined sets of messages that will be unraveled later. And I think it's focused on you. So you are in control about these particular set of intentions that will be channeled through now until the end of this video. So bring that to light, 8th life path. What are the questions that you want to bring to the table? Ask them right now. And as you bring them to the table, as you put into the comments, I have here the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and let me put in the Celtic cross for you. What do you think the divine or spirit has to say something about this? Insight your current energies, 6 of Wands. The challenges or your crossing message is the Fool, the 0 card of Major Arcana. Your foundation is linked to the Devil, 15th of the Major Arcana. Your hindsight, your past, is the Hierophant, 5th card of the Major Arcana. Currently, in the present moment, you are receiving the 8 of Wands. You are the Hermit in Foresight, the 9th card of the Major Arcana. Wow. The Tower as your empowering message, 16th card of the Major Arcana. The Magician. The Magician. It is what people think about you and what your environment says about you as of this time, collective. They say that you're the first card of the major arcana, the Magician. They say that your hopes and fears lie on the Empress, the third card of the major arcana. And you have the Ten of Wands being your foresight. Interesting. It is what the outcome is. Now, so I hope 8th Life Path, and to the cross watchers on behalf of the 8th Life Paths, I hope that you have given a significant amount of time to drop in your questions over the comments, the intentional wishes that you'd like to offer to the table with the divine, with the team, with your spiritual guides, your animal guides. I hope you've offered them. Let us make this undefined set of questions become, through the channeled messages, what we have in the Celtic Cross. Now, are you ready, 8th Life Path? You have 3 out of 10 cards that are all ones in the minor arcana. No cups, no swords, no pentacles. Strong with action, 8th Life Path. 8th Life Paths are determined with action, and I know that. that's part of your karmic nature, right? You believe in the golden rule. 7 out of 10 cards in the table are major arcana. You have the Fool, journeying to the Magician, journeying to the Empress, journeying to the Hierophant, journeying through the Hermit, to the Devil, and then to the Tower. Whatever the questions that you've offered to the table right now is causing a major shift in your life. 8th Life Path. If you look into the astrology of this, and the numerology and the zodiacs, I'm thinking right now, 8th Life Path, that you are in a state of people joining in the victory that you have done. I think whatever the questions that you have, 8th Life Path and cross watchers of the 8th Life Paths, I think it's something related to this card. This is the insight. People are noticing your expertise, your importance, your intentionality, your humility, your greatness, your achievements, the inspirations behind whatever this is. 8th Life Path. You are highly thought and noticed. You're highly thought and noticed, 8th Life Path. Divine is saying to you that you should enjoy all the things that you have accumulated. All the things that you have acted upon is now returning through you. 10, 100, 1,000, fold of folds further. And they're happening for you quickly. I'll go to the present moment because this has been the great thing of your theme. 8th Life Path. You're now in a state where you are receiving so much. It's not because you're receiving so much because you are just receiving it. You know in yourself that these are the consequences of the truths that you have upheld since the beginning. You're receiving quickly windfalls of whatever this is that you're asking about. It's because in the past you've always been the Hierophant. Many people sought your attention. Many people did. Many people consulted your expertise. They sought after the things that you have really acted upon. 8th Life Path. You have been so karmic where I think all the things that you decided, acted upon, not doubted about, whatever this is that you've acted upon, All the advices, all the tough questions, truths are playing out as great consequences for you, 8th life path. You're receiving a windfall. The windfall of greatness, the windfall of the prestige of receiving something. And I think whatever you're receiving, 8th life path, is not something that many would in this particular timeline. You're receiving so much. And I want you to take a close look. It looks like to me that so many people are noticing you. You're put in the spotlight for what you've done. In a good way. Whatever this is for you, 8th life path, I want you just to think around you. Why do you think people start appreciating you? Why do you think you're being celebrated? Why do you think you are receiving the windfall? Why? Why do you think, 8th life path, or cross watchers? Why do you think you're receiving this windfall? I want you to leave that in the comments, because I will try to go to what people think about you. People think of you as this character, the magician. You transcend things to life. You transcend whatever this is. This is a transcendence. People think of you as the master of your craft. If you want to take a look in the past, people always look at you as the Hierophant. No joke about it. You all have the knowledge, values, skill sets, advice, mentorship, coaching capability, divine gifts of fortitude. It's flowing through you. You are a blessing to other people. You've been blessing people. You're giving people the chance to bring authority to the table. You're leading leaders, so to speak, right? The Hierophant is like a high-level figure who's giving a blessing to the cardinals, and equivalent to the Catholic Church. So it is saying to me that you are bringing to the table whatever this is. And it's very interesting to me because this is your past. I want you to take a close look at the throne. It's the Taurus signs. And in your foundation, you have the Taurus and the Devil. This is your foundation. I think 8th life path, people are celebrating you right now. It's because they see you as a person that is true to the core. You have the desires of your heart always in the decisions that you make. You're not entrapped. You know that the chains here that are connected to you are loosed up. You know that your shadows are just around and, just reflecting to you whatever this is, the desires of your heart, and you carry that with you, 8th life path. You are not fake. You always deliver through the truth in the consciousness. You're genuine. And that's why people appreciate your advice. You're authentic. You never hold back when you're supposed to say something. Sometimes it appears that, maybe people don't receive the information well, but they appreciate that. The people who are truly celebrating with you, 8th life paths, they're now celebrating this with you because you didn't hold this back. You didn't hold this back. And you didn't hold it back because you have been this. You just wanted to portray the truth and the consequences of the truth. Period. It and only it. Whether you remember John Wick and his life story. Him and other supporting characters in John Wick's journey would always say truth or consequences, right? And so, I think this is what it is. 8th life path. You're celebrated. People find you victorious. People are bringing the windfalls of the the consequences that are truly for you right now, it's because you've replicated a great set of karma. The karma, the golden rule that you're upholding is really true. 8th life path. The desires of your heart are truly unhindered, unbothered. You've integrated all the darkness within you to become the light of the blessing of the Hierophant. And you know, when people look at you as this person, I think you've always been considered to be the person who can always make other people's wishes come true. I think because of the way that you think, the way that you speak, the way that you listen, the way that you act upon things, you know, people just feel you. 8th life path. And to you cross-watchers, if you're like a spouse or a friend or whoever you are in the life of this 8th life path you're thinking about in this message right now, you always know that this person always manifests the wish into the realm, right? And in the Celtic cross, the magician is actually grabbing this wand, you know. The wand in the placement here is actually the theme. This wand is actually pointing to the map. Card number 28. Wow. 8th life path, are you building something that is leveraging? Because I think you are. You've always been this character. You always question the questions. And I want to pick a card for you that I will be talking about in the end of the reading, and it will be your next wish, right? So this magician is actually not pointing to anything else. So I will pick a card from a different deck, and it's going to still be the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, but it has already been cleansed and shuffled. But I'll be picking the first card here that it will be pointing to in the cross, and I'll be putting this here, and this will say your next wish that you want to manifest at the end of the time that you're going to read this. Because this is what I'm seeing, right? You 8th life path. The reason why the man is the theme is, I think what is unclear to you is you don't know what will be the next thing. 8th life path, part of your karma, or the circle of karma that you master in yourself is, sometimes you feel that sometimes you feel that you are over-delivering. You have an underlying fear to go back to zero because you've accumulated so much. Because you've accumulated so much, it looks like that you don't want this to end. You just don't want this to end. But Spirit is bringing to the table right now that sometimes when you go back to zero, when the journey is to zero, when you become the fool again, when you are innocent to receive what the divine is sharing with you in this moment, you should know that whatever you are resetting this about, if you know that in this beginning of this continuum, if you will enter the new year, you can do it again. You can always do it again, 8th life path. And in foresight, you have the Hermit facing this character. It just so happened that the Hermit is below the Man card. Okay? Right? It's below the Man card, and I think 8th life path, you're taking on this road. It's not because you're taking on this road on your own right now, but you are looking back at what you've done so far, right? You are, I think in the future, you will always look back to your expertise, the leverage of blessings that you've delivered upon people. You will always consider the desires of your heart, the shadows that integrate with your light, the darkness that unfolds the new light within you. You will always look back to what are the things that give me the great karma. Because I want to replicate this with more people. I want more people to receive what I've been receiving. For whatever that is. Right? The windfall. You're also looking back to this 8th life path. You are, whatever you're receiving, you want to look back at it, because I think the karma that you embody is something that is genuine. And so you don't want to lose that rap. You want to continue the momentum. The hermit is empowered by the tower. You acknowledge the presence that there are things that you do not control, 8th life path. You acknowledge the idea that when I take on the new set of this journey, whatever the intentions or the questions in my heart are, I know that I will always be brought back to reality because of the desires of my heart. You have this together right now. I think you're not afraid to continue speaking your truth, 8th life path. I don't think you are. You are the epitome of telling to people, you know who you are. You know what you've done. You are all the things that you're doing for people, for yourself, for anything that, whatever the questions or intentions of your heart are, 8th life path. You're bringing it into the table of reality. You're not hindering this. You are continuing. You are representing. You're just letting it flow through this continuum, 8th life path. You're not holding yourself back. And to me, for whatever reason this is, 8th life path, the divine is telling you that whatever are the things that you don't control, that I am trying to bring forth to the table. If you're enduring something because you think sometimes this role isn't too much for you, divine is speaking to you, 8th life path, that you should not be undefined with who you are. All you have to do is to be the hermit, take your journey back, reflect on who you are. And don't be afraid to start every single new journey again, because you're the master of this cycle. You are the magician. People think of you as well. The divine thinks of you as well. You are the magician. You're manifesting. And in your hopes and fears, 8th life path, the Empress show up. There is a constant internal conflict within you that comes with the desires of your heart. The battle of the light and dark. If you remember in the journey, from the Fool to the Magician, there's the second card, the High Priestess, and then to the Empress. I think there is a reason why Spirit or Divine didn't intervene your cards with the High Priestess. You are now clearing up bad karma on behalf of other people, I think. The divine is using you as an instrument. You are the divine's instrument to be the cornerstone, right? For so many odd reasons I can think about. I'm not an 8th, but I'm a 7th life path, 8th life path. But I truly adore the 8th life paths in my life, because you constantly bring to me what should be the truth. And the 8th life paths in my life don't hinder, because they know that you are driven by a constant conflict, contrast, comparison of the binary world. You unfold your hopes and fears all together, whatever in the physical realm. You're holding it together because you know that the outcomes of whatever decisions you bring sometimes leads you to the 10 of Wands. I think this is your baggage, 8th life path. Because when people see you as the magician, when the people see you as the magician, they think of you as this person that, you know, because you're this person ever since the beginning of your lifetime, 8th life path, they've always seen you as somebody who is, that they can run to. Because they know that you can help them. They know that your words speak through them. They know that the way that you think about your strategies are also something that you can replicate. And you aren't afraid of becoming the fool again every time that you do it. You're the master of the reset. Right? You are the master of this. You bring victory, not just for yourself, but through people, and they think you're carrying this baggage or this burden. I think you're also carrying so much with you, 8th life path, because many people rely on you. And I think this is the wish that you would like to ask the table right now. You being the 8th, the magician, which is the 8th out of the 10th card of the Celtic cross. Remember that we picked from a different Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck what your wish is, and let's unfold it. This is your wish. The magician, right? The magician, you manifesting the turbulence, the unclear picture of you, is wishing to become clear, to become this character. 8th life path, I think the journey that you're trying to wish right now is, I just want to start again. I just want to clear everything that's no longer mine and reset. Your wish is not to carry every other people's burden. Your wish as the magician is to rebirth, to bring into birth, into this continuum, you being the fool. If we were to take a close look into this card, we're about to close this message, 8th life path and cross watchers. You're now wishing to start all over again, and it's the 2 of Wands, right? In the query, your insights, your present moment, and the outcome are all Wands cards, and the remaining 7 are major arcanas. 8th life path. And now you're wishing through the magician to be this character. This particular journey that you're intending about is already done, and now you have cemented it here, right? This wand here, you've already placed it there. Now you're holding this new wand here, and you want to start it over because the passionate red roses and the pure innocent white flowers are indicating that I'm gonna repeat this. Something new. I just want something new. I feel that for your 8th life path. So I think that's whatever your wish is, whatever your hopes is. I want you to create a discussion in the video. So leave a like if you think that this message is valuable. I also want you to leave in the comments. So earlier we were able to backtrack, right? What this man is about, who this person is. I want you to look back now, if now you've gained the clarity, and leave in the comments what is this new journey you want to wish with the divine right now, and you want me to be an instrument of to rechannel with you. If you find this message helpful, continue to subscribe to my content through Cornerstone Tarot. Then again, my name is Luigi, and I wish you all the best.